want to share with you some of that excitement, but most importantly, I want to share with you the lessons I've learned going from a high handicap recreational golfer to an 8-time Canadian long drive champion. If I had to take all of those lessons and put them into one umbrella statement, that umbrella statement would be drive determines distance. I absolutely believe what drives you and being clear and committed to that purpose determines how far you will go and what success you will be able to achieve both personally and professionally. Today, under the Drive Determines Distance umbrella, we're going to talk about 3 points. 1 is what drives you. 2, how far do you want to go? And 3, staying the course. And I became passionate about golf. And that leads us to our very first point of Drive Determines Distance, and that is what drives you? What drives you? What are you passionate about? What gets your juices flowing? What gets you up in the morning? And I think each of us have a drive, both personally and professionally. My key message is drive determines distance. I have learned through years of experience that knowing and being able to articulate what drives you absolutely determines how far you will go, both personally and professionally. I teach audiences how to achieve that and how to find and commit to their own drive. When your passion wanes, both personally or professionally, here's the deal. I have found you need to put yourself in situations to be inspired. Once you get to that point that you're inspired and you feel excited again, you put yourself in a situation to be inspired and you're raring to go, that's the time to set goals. And that leads us to our second point of Drive Determines Distance, and that is you need to ask yourself the question, how far do you want to go? When you make that tough decision, like that tough goal for professionally, this is what I want you to ask yourself. What is my dream job? What is it that in life that I want to do that would be my dream job? And that's what you make your goal. That's what you set your goal as. Well, for me, I was so inspired when I went to the LPGA watching the best female golfers on the planet. I set a goal for myself. I became passionate about golf, so I set a goal for myself. I wanted to play in the Alberta Amateur. Then I thought, you know what, Lisa, maybe this is just too hard. Maybe this is just too hard. This is the time to quit. Maybe I'm not good enough, right? And that leads us to our last point of Drive Determines Distance, and that is staying the course, perseverance. It's about picking yourself up. And had I quit that day in Atlanta on the plane, do you know how many experiences I wouldn't have had? All the things I wouldn't have been able to do? Something else I've learned through my journey in Drive Determines Distance is this. You know what? You gotta do the bucket list stuff. Life is far too short. You have no idea what's gonna happen tomorrow, the next year, 5 years from now. If you have something, all of us have something. Maybe it's a place you wanna go. Maybe it's a concert you wanna see. Maybe it's a sporting event you wanna go to. Whatever it is, we all have bucket list stuff we wanna do. What are you waiting for? Something else I've learned in my journey of Drive Determines Distance is this. Do things that scare you. Do things that scare you. So Paul talked about if you're not changing, you're dying. And it's so true. The things that scare you, we're scared of change sometimes because it's different and we don't know what the result's gonna be. And so we get scared of that. But how do you get better? When working with a client, I spend a great deal of time learning and understanding the theme of the meeting and pain points of the organization to provide a highly customized keynote presentation. This is the only way to truly resonate with an audience. My role as your keynote speaker is to inspire and educate, to make a difference, to make your event the one audience members talk about. From all the most successful people I know, you know what? They are willing to share. They got there because someone helped them, and they're often willing to share with you. And here's the other thing. For all of you people who are veterans out there, help and bring up, mentor the younger people who are coming up as well. Having that role is so, so important. Here, I almost said no to becoming a journalist because I was too scared of change. Yet it became this massive opportunity for me. I'm standing over my ball and I have one swing thought. Please don't cold top it off the tee. Please don't cold top it off the tee. Which, by the way, is just not a solid swing thought. Took a deep breath, big swing, and I ripped it down the pipe and I looked back at the starter. And the only thing he says to me, don't hit it into Mr. Palmer. Not good shot, not anything else. In summary, be inspired. Put yourself in situations to be inspired. Set goals, aim high, and persevere. Don't let setbacks hold you back. Surround yourself with people who support you, and go bolder.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
What the? What do we do? What's going on here?